Ryan Raymond here, and tonight we're going to find 20 unsaturated niches with low competition. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and find 20 keyword phrases, topics that have less than 300 search results on Amazon will be the main goal here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use 4 different methods. So I'm going to use 4 different tools, all free, to find 5 different niches on each one. So we should be able to just jump right into it here. I'm going to just do a test right there, and let's jump over. All right, so kind of quick overview on the dashboard here on what is available. But of course, my chat is going to be broken again today, and I guess we'll just not worry about it right now. Maybe it'll fix itself. They updated the chat app yesterday, and it hasn't quite worked for me. Okay, so the first thing I like doing is coming to Google and just starting right here on Google and looking for list of odd pets. No, let's not do pets today. Let's do sports. All right. Wife carrying, chess boxing, cheese rolling, extreme ironing, egg throwing, underwater hockey, shin kicking, toe wrestling. What do we got here? Egg throwing, underwater hockey, shin kicking, toe wrestling, sheepawk. So what I like to do when I find a blog like this, guys, is just kind of jump on Amazon and start checking to see what might be here. So let me zoom this out a little bit. Wife carrying contest shirt. 3 results. And none of them have to do with wife carrying. So it ended up being the #1 weird sport that it showed here with competitive wife carrying. Some men complain about getting their wives off their backs, but not in this sport. So right there's the first one. We're going to call this wife carrying #1. If I could type. I have no idea if that's quite working there. Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you in chat. Thank you. Cheese rolling. We've looked at extreme ironing before. I've used that in a previous video, so we're not going to do that. Toe wrestling. So how about the more common one, arm wrestling shirt? 180 results. One of the things to always do when it's around those numbers, skip to the end, make sure that's what the search results. Okay, so that went up to 1,000 results. So it got quite a bit larger quick. So let's check back to the toe wrestling. Toe wrestling shirt. 275 results, and none of them are really they're all just general wrestling. So I would consider that pretty much a 0 search result. It's going to have tons of results because wrestling shirt is going to be coming up here. If you want to try and really narrow it down and make sure that toe wrestling is just being looked for, put some quotes around it. And yeah, so nothing on there. So #2, we will call #2 toe wrestling. All right, and it doesn't look like my chats are being relayed, so I gotta have to play with my bot, and let me just check something. No, this is not my full-time gig. I am an electrical engineer as a full-time position. This is just me on the side, and that's why I just like sharing with you guys here at night what I'm doing. All right, so we did toe wrestling. That was kind of the end of that list. And all we started with for this first one was we just started on Google and clicked on the first link. I mean, we could get down to quite a few other ones. Complete list of weird and unusual sports. So here's 35 weird sports. Bed racing. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with bed racing, what bed racing is getting a bed and attaching wheels to it and racing it and trying to push it while someone's riding it. Bed racing shirt. All right, so not a whole lot in there. I want to make sure we get bed racing as the having it together. Bed racing shirt. And there's none. There's just no relevant results. It's all about other racing. So nothing came up that it could find that was relevant. So that's 3. So we've got toe wrestling, bed racing, and what was that first one I said there? I broke the chat, but we'll go back to it. So that's 3. One more here. What are some? There's just a whole bunch in here. Let's see here. Duck race, thousands of rubber duckies in the river. So lots of cities do duck race. 188 results. And so duck races are usually done for charities. What normally happens is they take a bunch, people buy rubber ducks with numbers on them, and they can win a prize. They throw them in a river, and whichever one floats down to the certain point in the river first usually wins. So I don't see, there's a few shirts that are relevant with some BSRs. So, but it's trying to guess what it wants, because there isn't a whole lot of things. Yes, there's tons of duck and racing shirts, but duck and race together is not having a whole lot of results. That's important to remember. Don't necessarily think that there's a lot. Look at what's relevant and try and find the relevant search results, because not anything on here is relevant to a duck race. And one more from just pulling up blogs. Let's see here. Marbles. What about marbles shirt? So 1,000 results. You might have to target that a little bit, but none of them are even actually related to marbles. Let's see if we can find something else that might be in here. A pie eating shirt, pie eating contest. $102 results. So people have pie shirts and shirts about eating, I'm guessing. Okay, there we go. Let's try and narrow this down a little bit more. What other words can we need in a contest? So usually what Amazon does up here at the top is they show what is the relevant number of results to that phrase. So pie eating contest had 88, but what it's going to do when you click out sometimes is it will start looking for more that might match your query if there wasn't a lot of results. But it looks like pie eating contest comes up with just 88 total results. So pie shirts are big, and that's 5 niches right there, just by typing in weird sports in Google and coming up with blogs that have lists of keywords and phrases and terms and sports that people are going to be passionate about. And it's a great way to really just find good opportunity. All right, so we're going to ditch the blog portion now. I said we were going to do some other things. So now we want to look on Google News. And one of the things I like doing here on Google News is t-shirt. I just like typing in t-shirt and see if there's any options that might be out there. All right, so first result is Amazon faces online backlash in China for t-shirts with Hong Kong democracy slogans. So if you're not familiar, Amazon got hacked yesterday with sorry, let me transition that. Amazon got hacked yesterday, and all the Hong Kong protest shirts turned into Chinese flags saying, like, anyone who speaks out against China will be punished. So that is something you may want to look into. The Hong Kong protests, let's check and see how those are looking now. Hong Kong protest t-shirt. 190 results on the top level. Let's see what it looks like when you actually zoom out to the 4th page. 811, and okay, so it's I would not say it's unsaturated, but there's there's definitely quite a few results here. and they are relevant all the way to the bottom. Okay, so Hong Kong protest, but just typing in t-shirt right here is a good way to look for it. Don't talk to me before I put on my custom graphic t-shirt. Let's see here. Sometimes you might just find some sort of trends happening with the word t-shirt. Is there anything here? We're only 2 days in. Is there any controversial shirts or anything like that? Someone wore something that said something on it that was sparking. Trump campaign store now selling Frito Chris Cuomo t-shirt. I have no idea if that's going to be copyrighted or not with it being the campaign, but Frito shirt, I'm sure it's so 1,000 results now. So this is a political related shirt and I don't know anything about it, but there's 1,000 results, so we're gonna keep moving on. Let's see, these celebrities let their t-shirts do the talking for them. So what sort of phrases are in here, keywords might we get off the type of shirts that they're talking about? Here for a good time, not a long time. I hate you. It doesn't have to be, you could do all sorts of things with an I hate you shirt. I hate you shirt. That was 1,000 results, but did you see that search result there? Good game, I hate you. So there's a potential, nope, that's going to be flooded as well. Well, Google News, you're going to have to do some digging through here and see what else is going to come up. Frito Unhinged t-shirts released by Trump campaign to mock Cuomo. So, yeah, I don't really know here. It's definitely trending as something that's going on right there. What else do we have? Don't hate in my state. So this one's an El Paso Victims Relief Fund shirt. I would leave those alone. This dog t-shirt is going viral because it looks like a penis. I think we have to click on that. There's no real choice not to. Okay, so yeah, this one's been going around. So funny shirts. Yeah, we're going to move on from that one. That one's, you got to kind of look for opportunities. Okay, how a t-shirt helps nonverbal boy communicate. So this is a t-shirt with emotions and helping maybe disabled or mentally challenged children in different ways to communicate. Emotion communication shirt. So 65 results. And so emoji face feelings, I mean, all of those aren't over. I recognize every single one of those. But you could do all sorts of things with this. It doesn't need to be emojis. You could draw faces and do all sorts of things. So any face emotion communication shirt is the terms I searched for on that, and 65 total results, and most of them aren't t-shirts. So there's one from Google News. Now, I'm not saying go do, like I said, don't go and making the shirt that's there. Come up with some new ideas about how kids could use it to communicate emotions or learn. Let's see here. Trump McConnell campaign sell back-to-back Supreme Court champs. So playing off of some news in the campaigns, back-to-back Supreme Court champions. I'm not quite sure what the ruling was there. What else here? Walmart under fire for pro-gun shirts for sale on its website. So people are going to be going out and looking for pro-gun or anti-gun. Pro-gun shirt. 2,000 results. You can always look on the other side of it. Anti-gun shirt. 718 results. So, well, look at that. That's a little bit of a trend there. I guess the anti-gun niche uses the color orange quite often. But not quite what we're looking for here. Let's see, what else do we have? Any other? This Obey t-shirt is perfect for people who aren't assholes. So some sort of a long shirt. Lots of political shirts right now. Pink's latest photo of Sun is in hilarious t-shirt is priceless. So what's the photo? I'm not tired, I'm so tired. So there are, you can't do paired shirts on Amazon, but I'm just curious. So tired, not tired shirts. All right, so a lot of these have pairings. Is anyone doing it with merch and getting them to rank together? So there's an I'm so tired. If you can get them to rank together, keyword them similarly, you can maybe even put in your description for people to click your brand name to find the other matching shirts. Could be an option there. So I'm not seeing a lot that are exactly this shirt, but 148, and it's going to be trending right now. Okay, so yeah, right here, I'm so tired, I'm not tired. If you can get them to rank together and search like that, so I'm so tired, parents and kids matching family t-shirt. I'm not tired, kids and parents matching t-shirts. So few similar keywords, probably the same brand name, same font to get them to rank together. You can do that on Seller Central though. Yes, absolutely, Buck. I was just kind of thinking in terms of merch, how I would do it. And yeah, this is what you would target for being able to do right there. Okay. So I'm not sure how many I think that's 2 or 3 off Google News. I stopped counting how many we're at. Let's see. What else do we have for some shirts? Rock Chic t-shirt causes mass sellout. I don't know who Holly Willoughby is or anything here. Something about an eclipse. I have no idea. I wouldn't even know who it is or what to target there. Let's see. I've got the power outage survivors. Probably not the ones you want to do. Helped injured lineman's family playing off of a tragedy, so would not be okay on Amazon. Let's see here. There's a Dominic Smith scooter shirts. You know, don't necessarily look for what that is, but scooter shirt. Thousand results. Okay, so that's not quite where I thought it was going to go. I forgot about those are scooters for people. I think you guys kind of get the idea. I like looking through Google News every day and looking for what news on t-shirts is coming up. Sturgis could do some stuff here. So Pro-Gun t-shirts sold on website by third-party vendors. Let's see what else. Okay, we're going to skip the Google News from there. I think we've kind of gotten about 5 kind of ideas on what it is, and most of them are all going to be kind of the same thing that we're looking at. All right, the next place I do like to look, so we did blogs, we did Google News, and then I like just going right on Amazon. And I like using the AMZ Suggestion Expander. It's a Chrome extension. So I'll kind of show you how this will work here. So we have a scooter shirt. It's 1,000 results. So scooter shirt. AMZ Suggestion Expander is looking through here. So Lime scooter shirt, Envy scooter shirt. Those are brands of companies that do scooters. Now, nothing quite popped up in here, but we did end up with a modifier keyword here of funny. So what happens, we went from our 1,000 results went down to 304. All right, what if I add one more word on here? Retro. 464 results. Take out retro. Maybe vintage is better. Maybe people use retro, but not as, so not as many do as both there. We can do, so we're into sloths, retro, scooter shirt, vintage. What if we do them both? That brought it down to 151 results. And we have a whole bunch of, this is how I roll in, literally putting the same design up with even exactly the same prices, and that's just not a good strategy, guys. I get what they're doing here, but they even uploaded it twice. I don't see. Oh, it's a different scooter. It's hard to tell the difference there. Scooter beach. Oh, that's a good one. Beach scooter. So 11 results, and I bet I could even take out that right there and that right there and see beach scooter funny. 305, and yeah, you could do all sorts of stuff. What if you just did T-Rex? So you could do a dinosaur riding a scooter on the beach. Okay, so someone has one of them, but you could do all sorts of stuff. So retro beach scooter. Let's see here, retro beach scooter. Will my chat work? Yay, now it's finally going. No, it deleted it again. It keeps deleting it. I'm not sure what's going on there. All right, back to this here. What are some other things we could start with? So what is Amazon recommending to me right now? Tacos. Taco shirt. So what else is coming up here? Taco shirt men, taco shirt fitness, taco shirt boys, cat taco, toddler taco. What else here? Taco shirt. So we'll just start at the top. Sort the search results by merch only. I disagree with that logic entirely. I mean, I can turn on Prime and I can just make sure it's in novelty and more, or I could use a tool to do that, but you are still competing against non-merch sellers on Amazon. So I do like looking to see what else is coming up here. Why, you know, right here at the top of the search results, someone else has the opportunity to click on that just as much as they do this one, and this one. And all three of these are things you are competing against and you're trying to rank for. We could do some searching on that way. But I don't like to, because it just doesn't work. So what do we got here? Taco shirt. Let's add one more word to it. Happy. Tacos make me happy shirt. So that brought it down to 332. And all of these are tacos and. So what if we do tacos and tequila shirt, tacos and tequila, tacos and tequila. Look at that top result. Tacos and tequila tank top women. 192 results. And if you want to turn on just Prime to make sure you're getting closer to just the Amazon fulfilled ones. So tequila, there's a low. Tacos and tequila tank top women. So if you list this tacos and tequila shirts, that's a good search term right there. Taco and tequila. What else came up? Taco and tequila t-shirt. 720 search results per month, and it goes up to 690 then. Turn on Prime, 614. So that's gonna be a little bit more competitive. So Buck put in, yeah, I know about merch research, but like I said, I prefer to be able to see what's all encompassing on Amazon. And that's just how I do my research. So spicy, tacos, and tequila. That brought it down to 108 just by adding that one word, taco, or spicy to taco. And if you even took this out, spicy tacos t-shirt, 650. So you could do all sorts of people don't make Taco Bell sauce packets. I think those are copywritten. I'm pretty sure they are. I would be careful with those. All right, so what else we got here? So we did tacos. How about 90s retro? There's gonna be a ton of these, but how can we narrow it down? It brought up 5,000 results. So we did 90s retro. And what if we did, what are just something, so CD shirt. What if we just add CD? All right, so now, like, I don't know. That's the top of the rank, guys. It's a white background shirt that just says melancholy song. I'm not quite sure the story behind it. Maybe there is something to it. And none of these even have a cassette tape on it. Of photos of cassette tapes. I think there's plenty of options in here. 90s cassette, 90s retro CD shirt. So this was CDs, and I'm just going to turn on the prime there. All right, retro cassette mix tape shirt. Okay, so there's 115 total results, and like I said here, we'll go click on it and see if it opens up more. So it does go to 1,000. It's trying to show you the most relevant, but that does look quite competitive. But it's starting to get into other things here. So 8 tracks. Some of these are, I get what people are trying to do. I don't know. Maybe they're okay. Pretty competitive there. All right, so we're gonna skip that one. Vintage 90s t-shirt. For men is definitely the top search result there. Yeah, there's a good what's the sweet spot for numbers to look for, Grace? I like looking for under 300 relevant search results. Like if I'm just kind of putting up stuff and testing it. But I have no problem putting up shirts. Like I just did the other day, flamingos. On the front of it, there's 7,000 search results, and I put in up like 450 designs in there, just thinking, what the hell, I'll try it. And I've been picking up some sales for them throughout. And you can do all sorts of different things with flamingos. They were really easy, and there's a lot of demand on them. All right, so we got a suggestion there. Retro cassette gay pride. Retro cassette gay pride. 108 results. All right, so I lost track of our counting here on this being 20 niches. The goal here with Amazon would be to go through and just explore and look for what's coming up. So adding in the cassette player and gay pride brought it down to 108 results, and I didn't even call it shirt to tell them I wanted it to be a shirt, and that even brought it down further to 51 results. So some good options there. Some of the other places we could do, we did Google News, we did searching for blogs, and we just did on Amazon. One of the other things you can do would be to look and see what sort of shirts are just coming up on Target or Walmart are places I like to look, because they're constantly changing for the seasons. So let's take a look at Target. And Target tends to be a little bit more forward fashion, a little bit more modern in what is available on their website. Walmart kind of seems to be a little bit simpler designs. So what do we see here for funny shirt for men? We'll just put in that simple phrase and kind of see what they're looking for. So now we're coming up with a whole bunch of licensed items. We're definitely going to want to be staying away from all of these sports teams. All right, so let's go out to categories, men's clothing, and let's do graphic tees. And we don't want superhero. Let's look at the pop culture style and see if all of these... Yep, we're going to want to stay out of the pop culture. Don't go into the pop culture. But art and design tees. So what sort of things are selling well? So floral, photos, really big blocky style. And once again, I did a video on this a couple weeks ago and talked about the black on white designs are becoming very popular. And just even some geometric patterns. So how about we just start with artistic shirt. Artistic shirt for men. 1,000 results. So you can, some art may be in the public domain. You could look through I don't really know. This looks like it's a Starry Night shirt. So what if we did Starry Night shirt? Van Gogh Starry Night shirt. What comes up? 196 results. So I'm pretty sure all of these are in the public domain now. So there's all sorts of different things you can do. You could look for different public domain art that you could use, and it would give you all sorts of good opportunity to mix in. Now be careful on what exactly you're targeting, but all sorts of different things. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here in the men's. None of these stand out to me as types of things that are going to sell well on Amazon, which might mean we might want to actually look at Walmart. Let's take a look on Walmart. Definitely clicked an ad there. Oh well. Funny kids shirt. I belong at the kids table, so Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving kids table shirt. $225 results. So I belong at the kid table. I run periodically. Not a whole lot of actually being about at the kids table. Just literally 3 shirts. I would say the rest are all just kind of general Thanksgiving style shirts. I think that there's some opportunity to kind of make some differences there and play on that. Something about make some funny jokes about having to eat at the kids table, or someday I'll get to eat at the big kids table, or next year I'll eat at the adults table. Some different things there instead of just being I belong at the kids table, but you could do some other things. All right. What else do we have? We could look for, sometimes they have by trends and things like that, but you can definitely see what's starting to pick up. Christmas is starting to go, and so is Easter already. I just don't understand some of these websites' ranking modes. Hunting season. In the US, the fall is deer hunting, so white tail deer hunting shirt. 111 results. There's got to be more than that. If it looks for deer and whitetail and hunting separately, it's going to bring up a bunch. But actually just putting in whitetail deer hunting doesn't come up with anything. I would recommend putting them on the orange shirts because a lot of places require you to wear orange. You can make some funny shirts around deer hunting with that. And yeah, that's a good idea. Career shirts. Speaking of, let's just throw in another research method here. Let's actually do this one. Government career data. Let's see here. List of careers. And 12,000 careers. If you want to, you could sit here, pick a random letter, and go through and just start picking all the different types of whatever. So we did an N. I'm just going to pick a random one here and do a neurologist. All right. So what do we have for a neurologist shirt on Amazon? 2,000 results. Okay, maybe bad example. Not all the time they come fast. So look at all these. So nursing, when you're trying to get into the nursing, nurse and anesthetist, anesthetist, nurse assistant, nurse practitioner, nurse consultant, nurse general duty, nurse infection control. So how about infection control nurse shirt? 126 results. So when you go up to when you click out, it's telling the ones that you have infection control and nurse shirt. You can find more by clicking on the bottom, and it's going to look for all, it's going to start showing you all nurse shirts. But by adding those other words, you can do all sorts of things. Let's see here. When doing text, what is the thinnest line font you could run into peeling off the shirt? I don't know if you can see this, but this shirt I made, that smallest line on the top is a 1 pixel line. So that's pretty small. It's literally 1 pixel wide on the whole thing, and that's how small it prints. So you should be able to pretty much get away with whatever you need there on sizes. I don't know. I've lost track completely of how many we've done. I'm going to kind of call it good here, guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.